Hi friends, welcome to the channel. Today let us see what has to be done for a faulty SMPS. This is actually a CCTV power supply rated 12 volts 5 amperes. So this has gone faulty, there is no DC output. Now let us check what had happened and what we can do to rectify this one. So now generally we need to check the various components of this one. Actually there are some stubborn components which probably may not be damaged. Now let us start with the fuse. So if you take the multimeter and keep it in the buzz mode or in the continuity mode. So now let us check the fuse. A fuse is a simple device. When it is good, it gives a buzzing sound or a continuity resistance to 0, but here in this case this fuse is opened. So by just simply changing the fuse it may not work. Why? Because what is the reason which had made the fuse to open? We have to check it out. So the small component just near to the fuse is the NTC, negative temperature coefficient. It is a thermistor. So this basic when it works, it shows a low resistance. When it is a faulty device, it shows an open circuit. Now but here since this is working, so it is showing the closed circuit. So this is fine. When this has gone faulty, it opens. So this capacitor, so it will be in parallel, there is nothing to do with one. This is the EMI coil, 199%. There will be no fault with this one. And here you can see the 4 diodes. So these are the semiconductor devices which has a high faulty rate. The resistance have a low faulty rate. The capacitance in this particular SMPS may have a high faulty rate because the storing and discharging all the time, this capacitors works a lot in this SMPS. And this is the AC effect and this is the DC rectifier. Now we shall check it out whether the Now let us check the diodes, put it in the continuity mode. So if you see here, the diode has been shorted. This is not the proper diode working condition. See here we have another diode in forward bias, means in one direction the diode should behave like an open circuit, and in another direction the diode should show some resistance. This is the proper functionality of a diode. Coming to the capacitor over here, so maybe the diodes have been shorted, so the capacitor is also showing the short condition. So the actual checking of the capacitance is put the multimeter in the continuity mode, just take the probes and place it in one direction. The resistance here has slowly increased and it should go for an open circuit, and change the direction and then replace. So initially you have a beep sound because initially capacitor acts as short circuit, so it first acts as a short circuit, then slowly the resistance raises from low to high, and then finally the capacitor opens. It opens when it is completely charged. So just change it. It shows the short circuit, a beep sound, and then it tries to charge up, and after charging it goes into open circuit condition. So this is how we check the capacitor. Now let us change the 4 diodes and then comment. I have taken the 4 other diodes from other boards and I'm going to replace it now. These are the faulty diodes and these are the 4 new diodes that I have replaced. These are the old faulty diodes which were taken. So this is showing a short circuit, the buzzing sound. So this says that the diode is faulty. So it seems that all the 4 diodes have gone faulty. So why this happens? Because when a high voltage occurs greater than the rated voltage of this diode, so this is called the peak inverse voltage. So the peak inverse voltage is around 700 volts for this diode. When the voltage increases, the peak inverse voltage also raises. When this raises, the diode leads for a breakdown. So the diodes get spoiled. So due to high voltage, the diodes have gone faulty. Replace with the rated fuse. After replacing this, the LED has glown and it is finally working. Be careful while handling this one because the high voltage and the low voltage will be side by side. Be very careful. Now let us check the voltage with the multimeter. Now you can see the voltage reads 12.53 DC. Now it is working. It was just successful by only replacing the 4 diodes. So it just costs very simple, low price. So this is how you can repair. So thanks for watching. Have a good day.